Hey everybody, I'm going to show you how we're using ChatGPT to produce our podcasts. Everything from coming up with a bunch of title suggestions to generating show notes to coming up with my intro scripts that I record each episode, as well as generating like 60 pieces of content. It's pretty awesome. Let's dive in. So here we have our podcast page here in Notion. Each episode gets its own page. We have our title suggestions, intro script, a show notes page, questions for the guest, content generation, that sort of thing. So first things first, we're going to pop over to Riverside. This is where we have all of our podcast recordings. We're going to select the episode, and what we're going to do is download the transcript. This is the raw transcript, so we download that transcript, save it, open ChatGPT. So we've created a prompt in ChatGPT with a bunch of recommendations and a bunch of rules and a bunch of instructions. Basically what we're doing is taking the transcript file here and running that prompt, produce podcast. And what that's going to do is generate 4 title suggestions for us. It's going to create a table with timestamps, a short idea based on that timestamp, captions for the Instagram post or the TikTok post, a standalone LinkedIn post, a standalone X post, and a blog post idea, all from the transcript. So we see here we have at minute 8:11, we're talking about eliminating friction points in SaaS sales. That's awesome. I think that could be super helpful. And what you can see here, we have asked it to generate like 10 to 15 shorts. And you can see all of a sudden we have like 60 to 70 pieces of content that we can use. It also continues and writes our intro recording script that I can use. The show notes intro paragraph. So our show notes just need an intro paragraph and then the rest is templated out. And all of a sudden, I have a ton of content that I can review with my editor and with my team to say, okay, cool. So let's look at, 1433. We want to create a short where Vish is talking about the joy of using well-designed products. Amazing. Let's go back to the top level page here and let's just grab the rest of the stuff. So we have not only the table, but we have these 4 title suggestions. So let's copy those over. Boom. Okay. You can see how this all of a sudden can be so incredibly helpful. And we have our intro script and show notes. So we have our show notes here. Let's paste that in. And let's give it a little space. Boom. The episode is practically ready. And that took me 30 seconds, right? We have our show notes done. We have the content generation done. We have the intro script. We have the title suggestions. I'm actually considering doing a separate video about how we come up with the questions for the guests. Let me know if you want to see that as well. Also, let me know if you want to see kind of behind the scenes how we came up with the actual prompt itself. It was pretty straightforward, but again, lots of trial and error, lots of kind of back and forth, figuring out the style that we want everything written in, figuring out how long we wanted the posts on LinkedIn or the post on X, all sorts of stuff like that. And again, this is really just a starting point for us. We take all of that information, we take all of those suggestions and continue to tweak it, continue to refine it. Maybe we only select 5 out of the 15 suggested shorts for actual publication. So this is, again, still a work in progress. If you have any suggestions for ways we can improve it or for ways we can improve this process, let me know. I would imagine there's probably a bunch of startups that are being built right now that basically do this. Feed the transcript and it's going to produce all of this stuff for you so you don't have to go back and forth tying together Riverside and ChatGPT and Notion. If we can combine it all into one platform, I think that would be pretty sweet. Let me know what you think.